Pierre, thank you very much. Thanks for the honor of being here in Northern Ohio, this great Lebanese community here. Thank you for this honor to be here tonight. You think you're honoring me, but in truth, this is just a great honor for the Abizaid family to come here, to meet you, to learn about your families, to learn about your culture, to see that you honor your young people by giving them scholarships, to see that you are willing to fly the Lebanese flag, to see that all the great things about being Lebanese are preserved here. But it's not just about being Lebanese, it's about being Lebanese American. We love Lebanon, we love America, we serve America, we serve our fellow people and our fellow community, and we're intensely proud to do that. And you've shown me that today, and you've shown Kathy that, and we're honored to be in your presence, so thank you. What is it like as, I'm a third generation Lebanese. My grandfather came from the town of Duma, and I think some of you know Duma. I was told many things about Duma tonight, some of which I can't repeat. And my grandmother was from Zahle. I don't understand why I didn't get that same sort of applause for Duma. Kathy and I live in the great state of Nevada, and we grew up in that area, in the Nevada-California border area. And people will always say to me, well, why in the world did you retire in Nevada? And they just can't understand. I mean, that's our area. There's not a lot of Lebanese there, but believe me, we know all of them because we have found them and we like them and we spend time with them. But, you get tired of people saying to you, well, why did you retire in Nevada? So finally, after all these years serving in the Middle East and commanding troops in Afghanistan, Iraq, etc., I just give up and I said, look, I retired in Nevada because it reminds me of the Afghanistan-Pakistan border area. Everybody there is heavily armed. They don't like the federal government. Drugs come across from California. And as a good Lebanese, I can form a militia there. So people say to me, what was it like being a third generation Lebanese? I mean, third generation, nobody in my family spoke Arabic. My family came over in 1880 or so. And they came the typical way that immigrants come to the United States. They start out in Boston and Washington, D.C. area. They probably passed through Cleveland, but they finally ended up on the West Coast in California, Nevada, in that area. And what's amazing to me is that as a young person growing up, it was funny, all the teachers, they'd say, what is your name? And I'd say, Abizaid. And they'd say, what is that? And so finally I'd come home one day, I said, Dad, I don't, the Smiths and the Joneses don't get this question. But, my teachers I want to know what to answer. He says, tell them you're Lebanese. And so I started to wonder, what in the world is this all about? So I'm going to tell you what it means to be Lebanese, because it's a rich culture, as we all know, and it's very interesting. First of all, my mother's side of the family was the typical kind of American from Montana family of Scotch, Irish, German, etc. And I would go visit that part of the family, and it's very calm, very polite, very normal. And I'd go to my dad's family, and I realized that the Lebanese culture didn't just require you to speak a lot. You had to speak loud. You had to speak very loud. And it was a requirement to never agree with anyone else at the table. Not only that, but before we ate, we had to eat. And before we sat down for dinner, we had to eat. And when I get to the point with my Aunt Patty, and I'd say, I can't eat anymore, she'd say, you hate me, you're killing me. You must eat, you must eat. And so I said, well, look, I need to find out a little bit about Lebanon. This is a very interesting difference between my mother's side of the family, which, is Leave It to Beaver Land, and the chaos of the Lebanese side.